Hey guys. Well. This is my first video I'm filming, I can't even speak, in a few days. I updated you guys on my community page, but, oh, and by the way, I have the mic clipped to my little overalls, so tell me if that makes a difference. I've tried this before. I didn't think it made a difference, but y'all tell me what you think. So this is my first video filming in a few days, and at first I was like, well, let me sit down, let me do all this, do all that. And I've just been running around today, taking care of different errands and all of this kind of stuff. Because as I updated you guys on my community page, we moved. Axel got a backyard. It's a very big deal. I really appreciated all of the support that I received on my announcement, because some of you guys that have been with me for a long time know that Axel getting a backyard was something that was like the biggest goal. And that goal was fulfilled on the exact 6-year anniversary of us bringing him home. And it's just crazy. It's really crazy how sometimes timing works out, and sometimes things just so happen to work out timing wise that way. That's what happened with Axel getting a backyard. So it was very, very surreal seeing him see a backyard. And it took him not too long, but I would say at least his first few times of going outside, when he immediately saw it when he immediately saw the backyard, he didn't register like, oh, this is my backyard, like this is where I live now. It wasn't that quick for him. Like, I don't know, maybe he thought that we were visiting a friend or just taking a vacation or something. But once he actually realized, he was so excited. And he gets so excited to go outside now. And I ended up going to Target and getting a bin for his tennis balls and some of his like outside toys. And so he'll go outside and he'll put his head towards the bin, and I'll open it and he can pick a toy and take all of his toys out and stuff. It's just a very exciting time. And I also realized that because of the YouTubers that I talk about, sometimes it's kind of like, once some YouTubers move and it's like, oh, well, here they go, they're going to change. They're going to start acting like a different person. And I hope that you guys know it's definitely not like that with me. First of all, it's not it's not some kind of like McMansion that, was purchased or anything like that. Purchasing was not in the realm of possibilities for the period of time that we needed to be out of our apartment. Hopefully in the future, I do want to become a homeowner, but either way, that's that. I'm feeling very grateful. I'm feeling very excited for, just being able to give him a little bit more of a fulfilling life just by not having to have him constantly on a leash. And by the way, I also want to say that if you have a dog and you're like we were with Axel for 6 years, and your dog goes on a leash and you live in an apartment, that is not me saying that your dog does not have a fully fulfilling life if you live in an apartment. That's not it at all. For us, after 6 years, to be able to give him this period of time where he has his own space and he can be off a leash, when he's outside, for me, that's just something very small that I can give to him that I feel really good about, and I know that he's happy about too. I don't want it to come off like, oh, if you live in an apartment, then you're not up to par for your dog. That's not it at all. Trust me, we did it for 6 long years, and Axel was perfectly fine, but this is just kind of like that added tier of something that can be provided to him to hopefully make his next few years a little bit more adventurous in some small way. I wanted to talk about that for a couple of minutes, obviously, in the beginning. So thank you for all of the well wishes. I really do appreciate them. They mean the world to me to be, just to hear nice messages from you guys. The move just so happened to perfectly parallel with Love Meg absolutely losing her marbles on me. Okay, Love Meg decided to have an absolute tantrum, and yep, I'm gonna call it a tantrum because in my opinion what she did was very immature. It was very terrible twos, like it's giving terrible twos vibes, and I found it rather cringy, if I'm going to be honest. So I don't think that she was ignoring her criticism very well. First of all, let's talk about her lumping all commentary channels in together. This is something that has bothered me for a very, very long time. Just because I talk about similar topics or the same public figures as someone like Dad Challenge Podcast, Not Your Mama's Drama, Not Another Housewife, I forget who else she had in there. She had Amy in there. Amy is an absolute sweetheart. Do not lump me in with toxic commentary channels that do not deliver their content even remotely close to the way that I deliver mine. I have always stood on sticking to the facts. Do I get sassy sometimes? Yes, but here's the battle that I go through. Sorry, I have bug bites all over my legs. If I'm sassy, then, and I'm talking about very small sass level. If I'm sassy, then I'm being a bitch or a mean girl. If I'm not sassy, then I'm boring and useless and stupid. So there's really no winning. So I try to insert a fair amount of, what I'm really thinking, what I would really be saying if you and I were having a conversation about Love Meg. Same things that I say on video, I would be saying to a friend or someone I'm having a random conversation with. That's just the way that I operate. So to be associated, and this is why months ago I also had to make it a point to say I do not support the Dad Challenge podcast, despite having supported him in the past. I saw where his content was going, and I did not want to be even remotely associated with him whatsoever. He's cruel, he's vile, he's mean-spirited, he's very sketchy, both on and offline behind the scenes. And he's probably watching this video. So Josh, why do you unsend voice memos? That's my question for you. But that's another conversation for another day. Don't associate all commentary channels. If you're going to say, well, I don't like Radiant Brit for this reason, fine. But let's not unfairly categorize everyone into one when Some of them have integrity. Some of them maybe have a different delivery message. Focus on each person. This is why I talk about specific family vloggers. If I have an issue with the LeBrants, I'm going to say I have an issue with the LeBrants. If I have an issue with Colleen Ballinger, I'm going to say this is my issue with Colleen Ballinger. I'm not just going to say every single family vlogger is absolutely disgusting. No, I'm going to say I don't like this person does this, I don't like that, this person said that. It's a more educated way to have a conversation about really important topics when you're able to talk about each person and each topic in a very specific way. So that's my opinion on the clumping everyone together. Toxic and non-toxic, let's at least talk about those two separately, bare minimum. And I'm sorry if my thoughts are all over the place in this, but I have so many when it comes to this Love Meg thing. And at first I wasn't even going to talk about it, but I do think that it's fair that I at least address it on video before we get into other stuff. She has diagnosed me as a narcissist, even though she's not a doctor. I don't even know where that came from. If we're gonna say that she tried to say that I made myself a victim, all that I did was talk about what she was saying about me. And if she thinks that a narcissist is making yourself a victim, then let's talk about her crocodile tears that she tried to shed on video, and then also try to say that people have unalived themselves for less than what she's going through, essentially projecting all of her mental health issues onto commentary channels like myself. Love Meg has a lot going on right now. I think that they're really bitter that the people that bought their house have relisted it for almost $1 million. The brand deal that she had with that tooth whitening or toothpaste company or whatever, where she used a filter, evidently she lost that sponsorship. She was mad at me because I made a video on it. Now let's talk about that for a second. The reason that I talked about it is because it's against FTC rules. So if you want to get mad at me, that's fine, but it's against the contract and FTC rules. You cannot filter a brand deal like that to make the image look better than what it did by adding a filter. That's influencer basics. Now, if you want to talk about trying to teach people and, give them the keys to success and finance and how to be an influencer and how to clean your house and how to do all the things under the sun, I wouldn't take any advice from her anyway. But let's also talk about basic knowledge of not filtering a image that's part of a brand deal. So the last thing I want to talk about for right now, I need to run into the store and then we'll continue this conversation, is that she says that she's leaving YouTube. She already made her last video and she feels like she's winning and commentary channels are losing.
I feel like I won because I'm the one who gets my mental health back, and they're still going to be on YouTube, unfortunately, making hate videos.
That's great, Meg. If you feel like you're winning, then it needs to be your sign to get away from YouTube. Whatever's going on with her, aside from those couple things that I talked about, I don't know. I wish her nothing but the best. But to categorize my channel, and I'll speak for myself only here, I am not a hate channel. I'm not a bullying channel. I am a commentary channel talking about public info on public figures, either content that they put out, comments that they've said, comments that were on videos that they put out, all things that are public info. For her to send her followers to mass report my channel and try to get me deplatformed is absolutely the lowest of low. There have been a lot of people, no, I'm not going to say a lot, that's unfair. There have been a few people that have made some distasteful videos against me during my time on YouTube. Not once have I gone onto my Instagram and made a story and said, I want all of you guys to go report this channel because they are a hate channel and they're bullying me. There have been a couple of videos that were made that were pretty cruel. I'm not going to say that they were the worst bullying of, all time, but there have been a few people that have said some kind of nasty stuff, and it's hard to hear and it's hard to listen to, but I just realized that it's better to ignore them than to give them attention, advertise for their channel, and most importantly, improperly deplatform someone just because they don't like you. It's better to rise above it, ignore it, focus on your own content. Don't shine a light on them. Don't tell your subscribers to go report their channels. Don't, do all this kind of stuff. What Meg did actually backfired. She sent a lot of people to my channel that actually agreed with what I was saying. So thanks, Meg, for the free ad. I mean, weird way to go about it, but I've never felt so improperly categorized in my life. Not just on YouTube, but in my life, I've never felt like, wow, this person is so wrong. I'm having a hard time processing how incorrect they are. And that's how I feel about Meg. Her opinions are so skewed on what commentary is. If you want to take down, now I'm going to insert some clips just for comparison of things that the Doubt Challenge podcast has said about Love Meg that I've never said about her. And this is why I get so upset when someone wants to categorize all commentary channels as hateful bullies that have nothing else to do.
Make sure we find this product and leave it the worst ratings ever, okay?
It is
my very own product. I can't believe it. Yay! It's a cleaner. It's just a cleaner, lady. You put your name on a bottle of shit that someone else made. You just told us what you're launching, lady. It's a cleaner. It probably smells like your vagina.
Like I said, this is just a clean.
And this one smells... Why I said that? Because the candle thing with what's her face and the other one. They're making things that smell like If this shit smells like your vagina, I'm gonna be so pissed. If I clean my house, I'm like, why does it smell? What? Nobody wants vagina cleaner smell. Please stop. I am blushing. Woo, sweating a little bit.
And decorate with me as well. So lots of cleaning motivation.
And here's the thing. Some people would buy that shit. You want some of this? What's that scent? That's Love Meg's vagina. Why did you? What? Why? Well, it's this new cleaner and it's cleans and shit. Are we gonna see the vagina spray? I'm sorry. I'm still 15 at heart. Okay, I'm sorry. I will never not ever think that that spray smells like a vag now. It's just in here forever. It is never leaving. And it's never leaving your way. You're welcome.
Here today because
I thought she was going to give us her vag spray like right away. We're still waiting. There is way too much. She looks like, you remember that show with the guy, Drew Carey, and the lady that had the blue makeup? Maybe I should come up with my own multi-surface cleaner. It'll smell like Love Meg's vagina. I am sorry if you guys don't think that's funny, because it's funny to me.
I'm not going to continue to talk about this situation with Love Meg. I will continue to cover her because she's an influencer, and if there's things that I want to talk about, then there's things that I want to talk about. She's a public figure. She is not excused from criticism, just like Alicia Doherty, just like Brianna Kay, just like 8 Passengers, Austin McBroom, Colleen Ballinger, all of the YouTubers that are in somewhat of a, rotation on commentary channels. Even the frickin' Ace family, to my knowledge, has not told people to mass report. That is against terms of service. So for Meg to not only improperly label my channel as a hate channel, but then also tell her followers how to mass report my channel, she's the one that broke terms of service. So the whole thing with Meg is just so extremely hypocritical. It's just so far out in left field. I have a hard time even processing people like Meg because she makes no goddamn sense. Like, the things that she says are just so outlandish and the crocodile tears and the everyone hates me and everyone's a bully and all of this kind of stuff. Instead of doing all that, why don't you realize that you've lied as part of a sponsorship brand deal? You took 2 PPP loans. You rolled out this Love Meg video thing. People are allowed to have opinions. If someone thinks it's a money grab, someone thinks it's a money grab. She has gone off on her own subscribers and followers. She has gotten very, very bitchy with people. And people are going to have opinions about it. I don't know what to tell her. She's been on YouTube long enough. She should know better. And I think she made an absolute ass out of herself and gave me a free ad, which I appreciate. But I don't think that went the way that she thought. And for her to bring unaliving and these really serious things like toxic relationships into the conversation really pisses me off, because Meg, your only boyfriend has been Justin. So you know nothing about leaving a toxic relationship. You know nothing about, surviving out on your own or trying to make it by yourself. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, it's like leaving a toxic relationship. What the hell are you talking about? So the whole thing is just ridiculous. Let me run into the store and we will keep on talking. All right, guys. So it is about to storm. It's still sunny, but it's storming. It's one of those summer situations. But I wanted to close this video out since I'm going to be driving. I obviously don't want to drive in the rain and talk to you guys. So I'll close out my thoughts here. Is what Love Meg did unfair? Yes. Am I going to let it determine my future on YouTube or how I deliver content or anything like that? No. Because I know that I've done nothing wrong. Have I had some opinions that she probably didn't like? Absolutely. Have other people had opinions about me that I didn't like? Sure. But do I send all of my followers on Instagram stories to go report them? No, because people are not going to like you. They're not going to like the things that you say, the products that you push, the brands that you work with, the things that you support or don't support. That's just part of being online. But the mass reporting and the talking about unaliving for less is what really bothered me, because there's such a thing as, have some crocodile tears and say when no one likes you, fine. But once you bring those things into the equation, that's where it crossed a major line. And I looked at it and I was like, okay, something really good is happening in my life right now where, this move really needs my time. Love Meg is absolutely losing it on me online. Maybe this is just a good time for me to take a step back and focus on what I need to focus on so that I can have some time to absorb how wild this is. And once I had an opportunity to do that, I really did realize, like, there was nothing okay about what she did. And as I said, if my opinions have made her feel like she needs to leave YouTube, then that's what she needs to do. But I will say, if I was going to come out and yell and scream about commentary channels and have crocodile tears and have a little tantrum over it, I would damn sure focus on the ones that have actually mistreated me and not just grabbed, all of them and bunched them in together. To me, that was unfair and just another thing that she did that made her look like a fool. So, if the last final thing that I will say, if you are one of the people that follow Meg and you sent me a nasty message on her behalf, or you falsely reported my channel, I would encourage you to reevaluate what bullying, harassment, and hate online looks like. And I hope you feel good about falsely reporting my channel. YouTube is not going to do anything about it because I've not ever broken terms of service. So her and her army can march on and do whatever they're going to do over on lovemeg.video. I don't really care, but I do care about being improperly labeled to be some kind of master manipulator, narcissist, mega bully who's just here to take people down. That's not it. It's never been it. I'm just here to share my opinions, and that's what I'm going to continue doing. So there's going to be a lot of new content coming. I'm very excited about some of the things that I want to talk about. I have a Colleen Ballinger video I'm going to film. I have 2 on the Doherty Dozen that I'm going to film. I have one on, I think it's called Just the Bells family channel. And then there's another family channel I want to talk about. So there's a lot coming. But yeah, either way, thank you guys for the support. Thank you for those who were checking on me. My break had nothing to do with Meg. It just so happened that it perfectly aligned with me having to focus my energy on this move that was happening and everything involved in that. So either way, I am back. We're here. So for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.